I'm Nacy from Starliner Events. We're here at the NAMA up in Harlem World, actually, on 11/11/11, and we're here right now. This is the after party reception for a CD release party for LoudMouth Camacho. He is a talented musician, Latin jazz, trumpeter, vocalist, right? So you did like an amazing performance, like 2 sets, right?
I did 2 sets. I did 1 set of Latin jazz and 1 set of jazz with a little funk, if you will, inside there with moon dance.
Yeah, it was like a little fusion of like different styles and sounds. Like what inspires you? Like who are your musical influences?
Well, what inspires me most is living out the lyrics.
Okay.
And so if your listeners get to see part of the performance, they'll see that I'm doing more than just singing words. I want you to experience those words. And I try my best to make the music as sensual, not sexual, sensual as possible.
Right.
So that you experience all those things. So my influences growing up as a child were jazz musicians and specifically horn players.
Okay.
As a singer, my first influence was Louis Armstrong as a jazz singer. But I listened to everyone growing up. I listened to Otis Redding. I listened to Jose Feliciano. I listened to a lot of women, especially Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin.
Right, the soul legend.
My mom played them all the time. I listened to Latin singers like Tito Nieves and Mark Anthony and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, these were people who impacted me. Yes.
Right.
Yes. So
Herb Alpert.
Herb Alpert, I listened to as well. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I started out as a trumpet player. Singing was an accident. And growing up, for me, it was all about the instrument. I didn't care about voice, and I didn't want to support singers or play with singers.
Right.
Now, for me, it's all about the voice. And how it happened, I don't know, but the transition happened where I can't just do instrumental. I can't sit in just an instrumental set because the music has to speak, and that's the beauty of a voice.
And that's why you interpret them well tonight with the combination of, the playing and then the voice. Yes. So let's talk about your CD. Okay, the title of your CD, There Is No In Between.
The CD is named There Is No In Between, based on one of the songs inside the CD, which is All or Nothing at All. And it says, if it's love, there is no in between. It's a love CD, and it's a call out to everyone out there, a shout out, if you will, to everyone out there to, if you're going to love someone, love them. And if you're not, stop playing games. But if you're going to love them, there are ways to do it. Moon Dance gives you the right way.
Why did you choose Van Morrison's classic?
Because it was such a beautiful song.
Right. You did your own little stamp to it, a little twist to it.
I did. I wanted to do it differently. I didn't want it to sound like anyone else.
Right.
And most musicologists who have actually reviewed this have all stopped on that song and said, wow, this is different.
Yeah,
and they like it.
I was thinking when I was listening to it. I've never heard that type of arrangement.
Yeah. I just want one more moon dance, one more romance.
And what about the Cole Porter song?
What is this thing called Love? Now, again, the CD is all about love.
Right.
So, love is a very difficult thing to put your hands around. Some people won't even say they love someone, they care deeply for them.
Yeah.
So understanding love is difficult. The emotions ring up, and something is different about this relationship.
Right.
And so that song just really calls it out. What is this thing called love?
I think you have to examine and question.
Yeah, you have to.
What is love?
You find yourself thinking about the other person all the time. You find yourself talking about them. You find yourself wanting to shower them with gifts.
Right.
What is this thing called love?
And you did the song that I was really surprised by is You're My Everything. Yes.
Esmeralda.
Yes.
That was a song that never really hit the charts, but it was always requested in the 70s. Always requested.
But a lot of Latino artists has covered that. I remember. Yes.
Did a salsa version of it.
Remember it.
But the version I did was a bolero with Spanish and English. I haven't found anyone who's done English and Spanish of the song together.
On the soundtrack,
No, I'm kidding.
No, no. The Dance With Me soundtrack. It was featured. Yeah, I think it was Anna. Yeah, it was Anna Gabriel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with her, but
Yeah.
but that was what I wanted to do, something different, which I just found out wasn't. But that's all right.
It's a classic. Actually.
It is a beautiful song.
Very
A beautiful song. And honestly, the testimony I've gotten from many guys is by the time they got to that song on the CD,
Right.
they had some interesting experiences with their significant other.
So you would say this is like a baby making,
Well, I don't know,
love making.
but it definitely probably is a love-making album. I've gotten more than my fingers on my hands, guys telling me, whoa, I listened to this with my girlfriend, I listened to this with my wife, and
So that's almost like an ultimate compliment towards you, because you know, like you've achieved, you know, with this album, you know.
there is a sensuality to it which people interpret as sexuality, but it's really sensuality.
But I think that's like lacking in music today, because you know it's subtle and it's not, you know, so much in your face like music today.
Yes.
Which is refreshing.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Yes. So where can people find you? Like,
Well, they can find me on my website, www.loudmouthjazz.com. And I'm not called Loudmouth Jazz because I'm opinionated. I'm called Loudmouth Jazz, or Loudmouth in particular,
Yeah, I was
because
gonna ask you about that.
I sing so loud.
right.
That's why. One time I was performing in a place, and the sound system went down, but the drums were still playing, the guitar had his amp, the bass player had his amp, everyone was still ringing, so I just continued to sing, and I was able to maintain the volume with them, and that's how man, you got a loud mouth. I like that. Louis Loudmouth Camacho.
So they can find you on Facebook,
They can find me on Facebook as well.
Twitter.
Loudmouth Camacho. If you Google Loudmouth Camacho, you will find my Facebook, you will find my website. Friend me. Let's connect.
And also, when is your next gig? Like,
Oh, wow.
performing around here
I-
anytime soon?
I actually will be doing several wine tastes over the next week. I have 4 gigs this week. I'm playing the one gig that I want to mention is not a wine taste. Is at Teddy's Bar and Grill
And where's that located?
in Williamsburg Bridge area.
Oh, nice.
And you can look it up online. Teddy's Bar and Grill. I'll be performing there this Wednesday
Okay.
from 9 to 12.
9 to 12.
9 to 12. And prior to that, I'll be performing in Chelsea at a wine taste, but I can't recall the exact address at this moment.
But that will be in your website, right?
Exactly. And on the 30th, I'm performing at a tree lighting event near Rockefeller Center. It's actually right across from where the tree is lighting, but it's a 7th floor private event.
Okay.
So that's...
So you're very busy. You're like in demand, basically.
Well, yeah, and a lot of that is as a sideman, and I'm only now building Louis Camacho.
Right.
And so things are happening in that respect too. I'll have another CD release concert sometime in December. The date is being announced. It's still being determined, and that'll take place in New Jersey at a church. But it'll be like a round tables, cabaret, sitting down. The place can seat around 300 people.
Will you be doing like traditional Christmas carol?
I might add a Christmas carol or two, but it's really to promote the CD. So
Right.
yes.
All right. Well, continued success on everything you do, Luis. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we're off. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for being so gracious.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you.